Good day everyone, you're welcome to Other Fashion Empire. So today's tutorial is going to be on how to draft an Ankara wallet. But before we proceed, if you are new on this channel, kindly like, share and click on the subscribe button and also on the notification bell to get notified anytime we upload a new video. And for our existing subscribers, we say a very big thank you to you for staying with us. So the first thing we need to do here is we need to draft out our patterns for the wallet. The first pattern that needs to be drafted is our card holder. And this card holder is of 15 inches. Can you see 15 inches by 8.5 inches? 15 inches by 8.5 inches. And the 15 inches is divided into 7 segments. We have 2.5, 1.75, 2.5, 1.75, 2.5, 1.75 and 2.25. When we sum it up, it's going to give us 15 inches. So the next pattern we need to draft out is our interior and exterior pattern, and we need two pieces of this, and it is of 9 inches by 8.5 inches. The interior one is going to be where our purse, our wallet, pocket and everything is going to be joined to, while the exterior is the back of the wallet, which is going to be outside. So the next pattern is our plain pocket, and this plain pocket we need 4 pieces of this. That's why I wrote 4 times 4 there, and it is of 8.5 by 4.5 inches. 2 is for the main pocket, while 2 is for the lining. So the next one is our wealth pocket, and this wealth pocket we need 3 pieces of this, and it is of 4.25 by 8.5 inches. 4.25 by 8.5 inches. One is for the wealth pocket, the second one is for the lining of the wealth pocket, while the third one is for the lining of the card holder. So the next one is our zipper pocket, and it is of 7.5 by 7 inches. This is where because the wallet is going to surely have a purse, so this is meant for the going to have a zip, so this is meant for the zip. After drafting out all these patterns, we just need to use the pattern to cut out our fabrics. So this is the fabric for the card holder. As you can all see, I've divided it into each segment just as it is on the pattern. So this is for the interior and exterior parts. Yes, and I've added interfacing to it. Yes, soft interfacing. So the next one is our plain pocket. Just as I said the other time, we need 4 pieces of this. So this is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So the next one is our wealth pocket. So, and wealth pocket is 3 pieces, 1, 2, 3, and the last but not the least is our zipper pocket. That's it. I actually added a soft interfacing to it because by the time we finish sewing everything, it's going to be very bulky, of which our machine needle won't be able to pierce into it, and even normal sewing machine, it will be very difficult to sew on a normal sewing machine. But if you make use of an industrial machine, it's going to go smoothly. Yes, so I actually cut out a stripe of 2.5 by 3 inches. This is where our velcro or our press button is going to be attached to. And I also cut out a rope of 10 inches by 2.25, I think 2.25. yeah. So we just need to sew this side, then it will serve as our rope for the purse. So let's get to our sewing machine. So this is our card holder. We need to fold it accordingly to get our card holder. We are going to start from that 2.25, then we fold the 1.75 after it on it like this. Then we have 2.5 facing us. Then we also fold down 1.75 on it, also having 2.5 facing us. then fold 1.75 on it like this. Then we have 2.5 facing us. So this is our card holder, so we need to give it a good press. After pressing it, we fold it into two to get the midpoint. So we just need to run a stitch at the middle. So after ironing it, we run a stitch at the middle like this. Then on the two sides too. Sorry, my machine got hooked there. So on the two sides like this, just to hold the pleats down. So we just cut the threads off. Then can we all see how neat it is? So replace the lining. That is one of the welt pockets we cut out the other time. So we sew it at the top part, at the upper part. So after stitching it, then we need to open the stitch like this, then iron it. Then we'll pick the plain pockets. So we'll use the lining to turn it in. We'll run a stitch at the upper part too, just as we did to the welt pocket. Zipper. I mean the card holder the other time. Sorry. So we run a stitch on the second part too, like so. So after stitching it, we open the seams. We open the seams flat, then give it a good press. So this is our card holder after it has been ironed. I just need to turn the lining in, then top stitch it. Top stitch it for stability. Yes, like that. So after top stitching it, this is our plain pocket after it has been ironed. Then we'll also top stitch it. And I pick the second plain pocket, then also top stitch it. I actually used a different color so that it will be visible for you guys to see. So I placed the card holder on it, leaving 0.25 at the upper part. You know, on our pattern for the plain pocket, we have 4.5 by 8.5, but by the time we finish folding our card holder, we are going to have 4.25 by 8.5 inches. That was the reason why we used welt pocket pattern to cut out the lining for the card holder. So we stitched it down, we stitch it to hold it down. So this is our card holder is ready. So we'll pick our interior fabric, then place both the plain pocket and the card holder, then we'll place it on it, matching the sides together. then we stitch it down. Then we sew the sides round to hold the pocket down on the interior part. So after doing this, our first part of the wallet is ready. So we need to work on the second part now. So we'll pick our welt pocket, one of our welt pockets, and our zipper fabric. So this is 7.5. Then we'll measure the 7.5 inches side. Then we'll place it on the welt pocket to see if we have 0.5 inches round it at the upper part and the side. So on the zipper pocket, we'll measure on the part that is 7.5, we'll measure 1 inches inward like this, then draw a straight line. So after drawing a straight line from the side to, we'll come in by 1 inches. Sorry about the light exposure there. So after coming in by 1 inch, we'll measure half inches from that straight line we drew the other time to get another straight line, leaving us with a rectangular box. So from that rectangular box, we'll mark the midpoint. After marking it, then also draw a straight line. So from that side, we'll also come in by half inches. So from that half inches, we'll draw a slanted line to the edge, to the corners of the rectangle. So after doing this, we'll place the zipper on the welt pocket, then sew round the rectangle we drew out the other time. So after stitching it round, can we see the right side of the zipper is facing the right side of the welt? So we'll fold it into two, then use our scissors to cut it a little bit. Then after cutting through that line we drew at the middle of the rectangle, then when we get to that half inches where we drew a slanted line, then we cut through the slanted line we drew the other time, just like the way we do make welt pocket. This is how they make welt pockets, in case you don't know how to make a welt pocket. So after turning it in, after turning it like this, then we'll arrange it very well. We arrange it. After arranging it, give it a good press. So after ironing it, then we'll place our zip. We place our zip at the middle of that opening. Yes, at the middle of that opening. So after we've set the zip very well, then we'll use our safety pin. Our pin to hold it down like this to avoid shifting. So after holding it down, we just open the head of our zip. We open it inside so that the head won't be outside by the time we finish sewing it. Then after opening it, then we sew round the zip like this to hold it down. So after sewing it, then we cut the excess zip. So we cut the excess zip out. So after cutting it, then we zip it up. So after zipping it up, all we just need to do here is we need to hold the two ends of the zipper pocket. We are not to hold it with the welt pocket though. We just need to hold it with the zipper pocket. So then we sew round the zipper pocket. To avoid whatever we put inside to remove. So we just need to sew round it like this. So our zipper pocket is ready. Then we'll make use of the third pieces of the welt pocket. Then we also sew it at the upper part like this. After sewing it, then we open the seam. We open the seam and iron edge. Actually, I couldn't iron this because I need to finish up this video and there's something else I need to do. So I need to quickly make this video. So after turning it, we will stitch it. So after our zipper pocket and our welt pocket is ready. So what we just need to do is we need to pick the second plain pocket, then place it on it like this. We place the welt pocket on it like this, leaving 0.25 inches above the welt pocket. Then we use a pin to hold it down, then run a stitch by the sides and the bottom. So our plain pocket, the welt pocket, the zipper pocket, everything is ready. So we just need to stitch it on the other part of the interior fabric, just as we've done to the first side. So we just need to sew it round. So the interior part of our wallet is ready. So you can just iron it to give it a fine look. So I've picked the stripe I showed you guys the other time. Then I'll sew the upper part and the side just with 0.25 or half inches seam. Then also the rope, I'll pick the rope. Sorry, I think my stitch there is not too good, so I have to sew it again. So I'll pick my rope, then also sew the sides. Mind you, we run a stitch at the upper part of the stripe, the first stripe the other time, but this we just only need to run a stitch by the side. So after running a stitch, return it, then give it a good press. So we'll pick the interior part of the wallet, then notch the midpoint. So this is our exterior. We'll place it on it like this to get the right placing. So we'll measure at the midpoint we notched the other time. We'll also notch it on our exterior part. Then I'll measure 1.5 inches inward, then fix our press button. Then on the stripe, I also measure 0.5 inches, then fix the press button there too. So I'll look for the midpoint of the side, then so that I can know where to place my rope. Then I'll pin it down. Mind you, let your rope be inside, while the edges should be facing each other. You need to lay the edges together. So for the stripe, I'll also notch the midpoint of my stripe. Then you let the press button be facing you, like it should be facing upward actually. Yes, let it face up. Then you match the notch together, then pin it down. So after doing that, we'll match the notches. Yes, like this. Match it together. Match it together like this. Then pin it down to avoid shifting. Then what we just need to do is we need to sew it round. But if we are sewing it round, we need to leave at least 6 inches behind. Like we need to leave 6 inches open to turn the whole wallet outside. So we just need to sew the wallet by 0.5 inches. By 0.5 inches, covering the lines we stitched on the interior part the other time when joining our pocket. So it's going to exceed it. By putting all the sewings inside. So we need to sew it like this, round it. So I need to measure 6 inches, then I'll stitch it there. So after stitching it, I need to cut out the edges. I need to cut out the edges like this, so that we can get, so that the edges will be smooth and it won't be too bulky then. And after doing this too, I need to just trim the seam allowance a little bit. To avoid breaking of needle problem. Actually, you can actually use this method to make other type of wallets, even if you are not making use of Ankara fabric. if you are making use of material leather, you can actually make use of this pattern and this method to sew it. So actually that place is too bulky for my scissors to cut. So after sewing it, then we turn it out like this. And we turn it out. So I'll arrange it accordingly, then use up my scissors to poke the edges out for us to have a sharp edge. So after ironing it, we also iron the side that is opened. We iron it just the way it should be if we've sewn it. Then we'll run a stitch round it to give our purse a good finishing. I'm just trying to arrange the opened part very well so that it can be neat. And that is the reason why I said a normal sewing machine, it will be very difficult for it to pass through it. Even with the help of this industrial, if you want to make use of the normal sewing machine, you just need to use your hand to turn the wheel. Don't try to make use of the leg. You just need to make use of your hand to turn the wheel. I don't know, maybe I didn't cut that part very small when I was trimming the sides the other time, so probably that's why it's giving me issue. Yes, so I actually need to make use of my hand. So just need to finish it off. So that is the end of our wallet creation. So we just need to, can we even see that it is very, very neat, very, very neat. Everything is intact. This is our card holder. So if you find this video very helpful, kindly like, share, and most importantly click on the subscribe button and also on the notification bell to get notified anytime we upload a new tutorial. Thank you guys for watching. Bye. Love you all.